Have you ever wondered why some people seem to age so gracefully, staying active, sharp, and full of life well into their 90s and beyond? Maybe you've thought, what's their secret? How do they do it? Well, it turns out the answer isn't found in expensive treatments or complicated routines. It's hidden in something much simpler: what they eat. You may have heard of something called the Blue Zones, 5 regions around the world where people consistently live longer, healthier lives. Places like Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, and Nicoya, Costa Rica. These communities aren't just full of people living to 100. They're living well, strong, vibrant, and full of purpose. And do you know what all these regions have in common? Their diets. In today's video, we're going to explore the 7 powerhouse foods that people in the Blue Zones eat every day. Foods that not only help them live longer, but also keep them feeling young and energized. And the best part? These aren't exotic ingredients that are hard to find. They're simple, everyday foods that you can easily add to your plate starting today. So let's get started with the first food, one that's as humble as it is powerful. It's beans. Now I know what you might be thinking. Beans, really? But trust me, these little legumes are packed with nutrients that are essential for a long, healthy life. In almost every Blue Zone, beans are a dietary staple. In Okinawa, it's soybeans. In Nicoya, it's black beans. And in Sardinia, they enjoy chickpeas and lentils. But what makes beans so special? For starters, they're rich in fiber, something that becomes even more important as we age. Fiber keeps your digestive system running smoothly, lowers cholesterol, and helps regulate blood sugar. And if that's not enough, it also feeds the good bacteria in your gut, supporting a strong immune system and reducing inflammation. And here's something fascinating. Research shows that eating just 1 cup of beans a day can add up to 4 extra years to your life. 4 years, just by adding something as simple as beans to your diet. Now, if you're not a fan of plain beans, don't worry. There are so many ways to enjoy them. Add black beans to a hearty vegetable soup. Toss chickpeas into a fresh salad, or try a comforting lentil stew. The key is to make them a regular part of your meals, and your body will thank you for it. Speaking of foods that nourish your body and mind, the next one is a true powerhouse. Something that's been enjoyed for centuries and continues to be a staple in the longest living cultures. It's olive oil. In Sardinia and Icaria, Greece, 2 of the most famous Blue Zones, olive oil is used generously in cooking, drizzled over vegetables, and even enjoyed simply with a piece of fresh bread. And the benefits? They're nothing short of extraordinary. Olive oil is loaded with healthy monounsaturated fats that protect your heart, reduce inflammation, and even improve brain function. Studies have shown that people who regularly consume olive oil have a lower risk of heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. But that's not all. Olive oil is rich in antioxidants, powerful compounds that fight off the damage caused by free radicals. Think of it like a shield, protecting your cells from aging and keeping your skin glowing and your joints flexible. And here's something incredible. People in Icaria consume up to 6 tablespoons of olive oil a day. 6 tablespoons. And yet, they have some of the lowest rates of heart disease and dementia in the world. Now, I'm not saying you need to start drinking olive oil by the spoonful, but replacing butter or margarine with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, that's a small change that can make a huge difference. Try adding a splash to your vegetables, using it as a base for salad dressings, or drizzling it over a bowl of warm soup. Not only will your food taste better, it'll also nourish your body from the inside out. Now that we've talked about beans and olive oil, let's move on to another food that's equally important. One that's not only delicious, but also packed with nutrients that support a longer, healthier life. It's nuts. Nuts are a staple in nearly every Blue Zone, and for good reason. These tiny powerhouses are full of healthy fats, protein, and fiber, making them a perfect snack to keep your energy levels steady throughout the day. In Loma Linda, California, one of the blue zones where a community of Seventh-day Adventists lives longer than the average American, nuts are consumed almost daily. And it's no coincidence. Studies show that eating a small handful of nuts 5 times a week can add 2 to 3 years to your life. But why are nuts so good for you? First, they're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and support brain health. They also contain vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells from damage and slows down the aging process. And the best part, nuts are incredibly versatile. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and even cashews. They're all packed with nutrients that keep you feeling young and vibrant. You can toss them into your oatmeal, sprinkle them over salads, or simply enjoy a small handful as a snack. But here's a little tip. Stick to raw or lightly roasted nuts to get the most benefits. And be mindful of portion sizes, because while nuts are incredibly healthy, they're also calorie-dense. A small handful goes a long way. So far, we've explored 3 of the 7 powerful foods from the blue zones: beans, olive oil, and nuts. Each of them brings something special to the table, helping to protect your heart, support your brain, and keep your body strong as you age. But we're just getting started. There are still more incredible foods waiting to be uncovered, foods that can add not just years to your life, but life to your years. So far, we've uncovered 3 of the Blue Zone diet's most powerful foods: beans, olive oil, and nuts. Each one is packed with nutrients that protect your heart, boost brain function, and help you stay strong and vibrant as you age. But we're just getting started, because the next food on our list, it's something that's not only delicious but also deeply rooted in tradition, and it's one of the biggest reasons people in the blue zones live so long. It's whole grains. Now, before you think, wait, aren't carbs bad for me? Let me clear something up. Not all carbs are created equal. The problem isn't carbs themselves. It's refined carbs, like white bread, sugary cereals, and processed snacks that spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling tired and sluggish. But whole grains, they're a completely different story. In the blue zones, whole grains like barley, oats, brown rice, and farro are staples. These grains are loaded with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that help regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and even support heart health. Take Sardinia, for example, where villagers enjoy a traditional bread called pain carasau, made from whole wheat flour. And in Nicoya, Costa Rica, people often eat corn tortillas made from nixtamalized corn, a process that increases the bioavailability of essential nutrients like calcium and magnesium. And here's the science. Studies show that people who eat 3 servings of whole grains a day have a 20% lower risk of heart disease and live longer, healthier lives. So how can you bring more whole grains into your life? It's easier than you think. Swap out white rice for brown or wild rice. Add steel-cut oats to your breakfast routine. Try quinoa or farro in your salads or soups. And if you love bread, opt for whole grain or sourdough varieties. Because whole grains aren't just filling, they fuel your body in a way that keeps you energized, sharp, and ready to take on whatever life brings your way. Now, if whole grains keep your body strong, this next food keeps your heart and brain thriving. And it's something that's been celebrated for centuries in the healthiest cultures on the planet. It's fish, especially fatty fish. In Ikaria, Greece, and Okinawa, Japan, fish is a dietary staple. And not just any fish, fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are like a superfood for your brain and heart. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, and protect against heart disease. But they do so much more than that. They also protect your brain, reducing the risk of cognitive decline and keeping your memory sharp as you age. In fact, studies show that people who eat fish just 2 to 3 times a week have a 30% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. And the benefits don't stop there. Omega-3s also improve mood and reduce depression, which is why people who eat fish regularly often report feeling happier and more emotionally balanced. So how can you incorporate more fish into your diet? It's easier than you think. Grill a piece of salmon for dinner, add sardines to a fresh salad, or make a comforting bowl of fish stew. And if fresh fish isn't always available, canned sardines or salmon are just as nutritious and often more affordable. And here's a little tip. If you're not a fan of fish, you can still get your omega-3s from plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. While they're not as potent as fatty fish, they're a great alternative to keep your heart and brain healthy. So far, we've talked about foods that nourish your body and protect your heart. But this next food, it's all about gut health, something that's absolutely essential for longevity. And that brings us to fermented foods. In almost every blue zone, fermented foods play a key role in daily life. In Okinawa, it's miso and natto. In Ikaria, it's homemade yogurt. And in Sardinia, they enjoy fermented goat's milk. But why are fermented foods so powerful? They're packed with probiotics, live bacteria that feed the good microbes in your gut. And a healthy gut, it's the foundation of everything, from a strong immune system to better digestion and even improved mood. Here's something fascinating. Your gut produces 90% of your body's serotonin, the feel-good hormone that regulates mood and helps you feel calm and happy. So when your gut is healthy, your mind is healthier too. And the benefits don't stop there. Probiotics also reduce inflammation, improve nutrient absorption, and boost immunity, keeping your body strong and resilient as you age. So how can you bring more fermented foods into your diet? It's easier than you might think. Start with plain, unsweetened yogurt with live cultures. Try adding a spoonful of sauerkraut or kimchi to your meals. Sip on a glass of kefir, a fermented milk drink that's rich in probiotics, or explore miso soup as a comforting and gut-healing addition to your diet. And here's a little secret. Variety is key. The more diverse your sources of probiotics, the healthier your gut microbiome becomes. We've now explored 6 incredible foods that make up the foundation of the Blue Zone diet: beans, olive oil, nuts, whole grains, fatty fish, and fermented foods. Each of these foods works together to nourish your body, protect your heart, and strengthen your mind. But there's still one more powerful food left to uncover, one that has been a staple in Blue Zone cultures for centuries, and adding it to your daily routine could be the easiest and most delicious change you make. We've covered 6 incredible foods from the Blue Zone diet, each one playing a vital role in keeping your body strong, your mind sharp, and your spirit energized. But there's one more powerful food that ties everything together, one that's been a cornerstone in the diets of the longest living cultures for generations. And that food, it's green leafy vegetables. Now, I know leafy greens might not sound as exciting as a bowl of pasta or a slice of pie, but trust me, these humble vegetables are one of the most potent anti-aging foods you can put on your plate. In every Blue Zone, leafy greens are a daily staple. In Ikaria, Greece, people enjoy wild greens like purslane and dandelion leaves that grow naturally in the hills. In Okinawa, Japan, they savor Goya leaves and sweet potato greens. And in Loma Linda, California, where a community of Seventh-day Adventists enjoys some of the longest lifespans in the United States, salads filled with spinach, kale, and arugula are a regular part of life. But what makes leafy greens so special? For starters, they're loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that protect your cells from damage and keep inflammation at bay. They're rich in vitamin K, which supports bone health and reduces the risk of fractures as you age. And they're packed with folate and fiber, which keep your heart healthy and your digestive system running smoothly. But here's something even more fascinating. Leafy greens are one of the best sources of nitrates, which help keep your blood vessels flexible and improve circulation. This means better blood flow to your brain, your heart, and even your muscles, keeping you feeling young and energized for years to come. And the benefits don't stop there. Studies show that eating just one serving of leafy greens a day can slow cognitive decline and reduce the risk of dementia by as much as 11 years. 11 years just from adding a handful of greens to your meals. So how can you enjoy more leafy greens in your diet? It's easier than you think. Add spinach or kale to your morning smoothie. Toss arugula or romaine into your salads. Sauté Swiss chard or collard greens with olive oil and garlic for a delicious, nutrient-packed side dish. And if you're feeling adventurous, try adding wild greens like dandelion or purslane to your soups and stews, just like they do in Icaria. Because leafy greens aren't just food, they're medicine for your body and mind. Now that we've explored all 7 of these life-enhancing foods, let's take a moment to reflect. Each of these foods, beans, olive oil, nuts, whole grains, fatty fish, fermented foods, and leafy greens, isn't just about adding years to your life. They're about adding life to your years. Imagine waking up every day feeling strong, clear-headed, and full of energy. Imagine enjoying your favorite activities without aches, pains, or fatigue slowing you down. Imagine staying sharp, engaged, and connected to the people and passions that bring you joy. This isn't just a dream, it's a reality for people in the blue zones, and it can be your reality too. Because here's the truth, small, consistent changes in what you eat can make a huge difference in how you feel, how you move, and how long you thrive. And you don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start small. Add a handful of beans to your soups or salads. Drizzle olive oil over your vegetables. Swap white bread for whole grain. Enjoy a piece of fatty fish twice a week. Snack on a small handful of nuts. Try a spoonful of sauerkraut or a glass of kefir, and make leafy greens a daily habit. Each of these small steps adds up, building a foundation of health and vitality that can carry you well into your 90s and beyond. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one food from the Blue Zone diet that you're excited to try? Or maybe there's something you're already doing that makes you feel great. Drop a comment below and let's share ideas and inspiration. And if this video has given you something to think about, if you're feeling motivated to take even one small step toward better health, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because taking care of yourself, it's something we can all do together. Here's to living not just longer, but better, to embracing life at every stage, to waking up each day with purpose, energy, and gratitude, and most importantly, to you.